Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by InTheMoneyStocks. My name is Nick Santiago. Today is February 11th, 2016. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You're going to see that the futures right now are trading lower by 27.5 points. Yes, they are off the lows of the session. So you can see right here, right around 7 a.m., we were trading right around 1802.5 per contract. But futures have come off the lows decently, but we're still down 27.5 points. Almost every day we either get a big gap up or a big gap down. Gap ups get faded, the gap downs get little bounces, and then the market fights throughout the day and really goes nowhere. So path of least resistance at this point in time is down. I think it's worth showing you a daily chart of the S&P 500 E-mini futures, and what you'll see here is that we have now tested the lows from January 20th. January 20th was the low pivot before we got a little minor rally. And what you're going to see here is that those lows were tested this morning. So we'll see if they can hold up. If they can't, it's going to be very, very ugly going forward. If they can, maybe this market carves out some type of a positive day. Looking over at the European stock markets today, they are getting absolutely annihilated. So traders should be aware of that. You have Portuguese bonds. Bond yields rising sharply. You have the Milan market, which is Italy, down nearly 5%. Spain is down over 3%. The German DAX is down over 2%. London FTSE 100 is not being spared either. That, I believe, this morning is down about 1.8%. So it's ugly, and triple ugly across the board, and traders should watch for that. But with that being said, we have lots of stocks in the news, lots of stocks reporting earnings, and that's where we'll make our money today. CSCO is the first one. This is not the bellwether it used to be, but Cisco Systems is actually trading higher on the session. Stock closed at $22.51. It is now trading at $24.04. And they did report earnings yesterday, so we'll see how that shakes out today. Again, there's a ton of resistance at 26. By some chance, this goes to 26. I think it's a fade candidate. I don't know, and I really honestly don't think it gets up there. But if it does, 26 is your level to get shorty. If it falls from here, 2150 is your level to buy it. So again, those are my levels there for Cisco Systems. Let's take a look at Expedia today. That is having a pretty good session. Stock closed at $94.35. It's now trading at $105. So great pop there for Expedia. Right now, when I look at the stock right off the bat, I have to say, if you get to around the 110 level, there's a lot of resistance there, but Expedia right now is holding up very, very well, and we'll look at it once the opening bell rings. Again, if you want to come over and trade this alongside of us, take the 7-day free trial to the intraday stock chat. You'll see everything that we're doing. We are lighting it up in 2016. All right, let's go to MYL, which is Milan Labs. And you're going to see here, this is trading at $44.17, closed at $50.54. So this is a big drop. Again, real tough stock to pick out some decent levels here. What I would say is if it got down to $35.50, that's your spot to own it. Other than that, there's not much we're going to do with it right now. We're going to leave it alone and let it play out. We'll see what it looks like once the opening bell rings today. OReilly Automotive, ORLY is the ticker symbol there. Stock is trading sharply higher, closed at $236.70. It's now trading at $249. So great move there. I don't have any levels for O'Reilly at the moment. I will say this, though. If it gets to 258, 257.75, right in that vicinity, that is a very, very good resistance level. Now, please understand, very often this is a thin stock, meaning it does not trade a million shares a day. So these levels on this kind of stock can overshoot. You got to be a little bit careful there, okay? But general resistance levels right around 258. Let's take a look at good old Tesla. Tesla reported earnings. Stock is getting a bid. It's trading at $152, closed at $143.67. So that's quite a nice move for Tesla this morning. Again, we'll look at this one once the opening bell rings. I don't have any levels right off the bat. The stock has been so beat up as of late. It's very difficult for me to pick out a level right off the bat here. But we will look at this one once the opening bell rings today. Let's go to everybody's favorite social media stock, Twitter. TWTR is the ticker symbol here. What you're going to see is Twitter closed at $14.98, trading at $14 now. I don't have any levels for Twitter. It's making new all-time lows. It's very, very difficult to chart this. The one thing I would say about Twitter is that, if it gets down to around the $11 area, that would be 11.50. I would get interested there. Right now, 14 is some kind of support there. So just mathematically speaking. So we'll see if that can hold up. But again, it's still making new all-time lows, and it's a very tough stock to chart at this point in time. All right, let's take a look next up at Whole Foods. WFM is the ticker symbol there. Stock right now is trading at 28.80. Basically closed at 28.80. I think the CEO is going to be on CNBC this morning. We'll see if that can move the needle. Other than that, it's a weak equity. Let's take a look at PepsiCo. PEP is the ticker symbol here. What you're going to see is stock is trading at 96.75. It's about $1 lower from where it closed yesterday. I don't know if we can make too much out of it. There still looks to be a fair amount of support at around 93.50 if it gets there. So we'll keep that on the radar today. Rio Tinto looks like they are no longer going to guarantee their dividend. I don't know if they cut it or not, but they're not going to guarantee it going forward. Again, the stock is trading at 24.31, closed at 25.25. Again, anything in the metals and mining space, with the exception of gold, has been absolutely decimated, and there's no exception here for Rio Tinto. Let's take a look next at Skechers. Ticker symbol is SKX. And you're going to see this is trading at 28.35, closed at 27.17. So it is upticking. The one thing I will say, though, it is starting to come down off the highs a little bit, so you got to be careful there. Resistance, $30.80. Support, $25, and more support at 23. Looking over at we'll do one more. Let's go to iRobot. IRBT is the ticker symbol here. And what you'll see now is that iRobot is trading around $30.10, closed at 33.09. The only level that gets me excited for iRobot is $25. There is going to be some support right around $29 if it gets down there, but the only level that I would really step up to the plate would be around $25. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up on what I'm seeing here. The moves this morning are not really that dramatic, so we got to take it for what it's worth. But nonetheless, you have lots of stocks out here to choose from today. Lots of opportunities in the morning. And again, we try to do that each and every day. Isolate 10, 20 stocks that are going to be moving, making some moves on the charts, and then that's what we look to play. That's where we look to make our money. And again, we've had a great 2016, and we're going to look to keep that going again in the intraday stock chat rooms. If you want to come over and trade with us, take a 7-day free trial to the intraday stock chat. You'll see what it's all about. You get to see our desktop. You get to ask us questions. It's a great program, and we're having a stellar year so far. With that being said, everybody, I want to just wish you all a great trading day. God bless, and we'll see you on the charts.